What if T'Challa became a Star-Lord? Hello, everyone. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing What If Episode 2. So this episode explores the possibility of T'Challa becoming the iconic galactic outlaw that we have come to know and love. But he's not really an outlaw in this. He reformed the Ravagers. And because of one choice, everything was completely changed. So the choice was Yondu telling his gang to go pick up Peter Quill, and they end up picking up T'Challa. Now, in their defense, Wakanda puts off some, ratings that they were talking about. So they were like, these things were off the charts, so we thought it was this kid. And Yondu is like, does this look like Peter Quill? And they're like, all humans look alike. I mean, I did chuckle a little bit, but I was like, I'm like, wow, that they just made that joke, because these two guys who literally picked up this kid who looks nothing like what they were supposed to pick up all look like humans too. So I was like, wait, what? And that was really like one of the things I laughed at because I was like, that's so dumb. And it was great, that part. So we get 4 movies in 30 minutes. So that I did not think was very good, especially for this, for a 30-minute episode. I honestly think these episodes should be at least 45, maybe to an hour long. I know they're trying to condense like one movie down, but this movie, basically you need to watch Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2, and the Avengers Infinity War. So you really have 4 movies you have to kind of watch in order to be able to follow this, but at the same time, you really can't follow this. There was some stuff that I was a little confused at times because they did no explanation. They just told you certain things. And again, I think that hurts these episodes a little bit. And I think the 30-minute mark hurts these a little bit as well. The fact that they tell you that Star-Lord is amazing and that everybody knows him. I mean, at the very beginning when we see the iconic moment where he's going to get the Power Stone, the one guy was like, oh, he's like, Star-Lord, oh my God. He's like, oh, should I bow? Should I? And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, everybody knows Star-Lord? I'm like, I thought nobody was supposed to know him. But in this alternate universe, everybody knows him. And he's loved by everybody. So it's like, wait, what? And I was very confused about who the boss was supposed to be that wanted the Infinity Stones in this. We don't really get an explanation of it, even though I believe it's Ronan this time around. So again, we get a lot of telling in this episode, but not enough showing. Like, I kind of feel like they need to show more than they did. I didn't like or I should say I did kind of like the noir look and dialogue for Nebula, but Nebula kind of really reminded me of 7 of 9 almost in this. But her dialogue was actually pretty good and everything, so I did like that. Now, the part that surprised me was when they brought Thanos in, and then the only thing they talked about was you only need a good argument in your arsenal. So basically, or good talk in your arsenal. So basically, Star-Lord talked to Thanos and talked him out of doing stuff. So I was kind of like, wait, what? This doesn't make any sense. I'm like, who's the boss then? So this whole thing was really kind of weird a little bit. The writing in this episode was kind of weird as well. Like, some of the jokes that they had just went on for too long and didn't, stopped really landing after the very first time. And some of them never landed at all. What I did also like, though, again, about this episode was the Collector. I thought the Collector looked better in this. We got to see, like, a lot of his collection. Like, a lot of it, too. Including a cameo by Howard the Duck. So, I thought that was pretty neat, but Howard the Duck got a little annoying. Not gonna lie, wasn't really sure about that because I've never read the Howard the Duck comics. But yeah, he got a little annoying. But I think that's what he's supposed to do. I think that's his personality, which I thought I chuckled at a couple of times because I thought it was a little funny. And as everything keeps going on, we finally get the truth about T'Challa's like home and like they and wanting to go back to it, and we get another family reunion at the end that could spell doom for everything. So I thought that was a little interesting on what they did with the take of this. Some of the dialogue was a little weird. Some of the scenes were they were a little hard to follow because they didn't really make sense because they only told you something, but they never told you what the argument was with Thanos or what like anything else was, for like why he was so amazing, why he did what he did, other than the fact that he's a prince and he was raised that way, like was basically the only explanation you got in it. So that I didn't really like, but it had a lot of fan service in this. Like, the effects were fine. I had no issues with any of the effects. The animation is still taking a little time to get used to, but this is how they're going to draw it, so you can't really, it is what it is on this point. The acting, they brought pretty much every single actor back, I think, except for Batista and one other person. And Peter Quill, I think, in this episode. So there were like 2 or 3 people they didn't bring back. But the rest they did. I mean, like, even T'Challa's voice was Chadwick's voice. So I thought that was really good. I really liked that. So this episode was okay to good in parts. I had mixed feelings about it. I liked some of the, like, a couple of the fight scenes they did in this, but the majority of them were really not anything spectacular. Again, I liked the Collector. I liked seeing like all of his, like a lot of his collection. I did like the cameo with Howard the Duck, even though he got a little annoying. But other than that, I mean, it was a little hard to follow in spots, but they were trying to cram 4 movies into 30 minutes. So that definitely hurt this episode, I feel like. I would honestly give this episode at least a 7. 7 out of 10. Other than that, yep, I had really not that many issues with it. It just, I think it would have been better if it was more than 30 minutes long. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe. Take care for now, everyone.